Hey, what's up, bro? It's the Machine Room Podcast, and we're here. It's episode 28. That's 28 for you guys. We're teaching you Spanish this week. No, we're not.
We
We
just
are
did.
not.
Deal with it.
I have a coworker who's teaching our black coworker Spanish, and it's funny because when someone teaches someone else Spanish, it's always like the curse words and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. That was the first that I always learned. And I took
Exactly.
2 years of it in school.
And then the one that he was teaching the day before, yesterday, should I say, yesterday, is now offended that he's teaching some other coworker who's black Spanish as well. And he's like, no, I'm the only one you're going to teach, not him. So we had these two guys like going off about like who should learn whatever. It's funny because then they don't remember what they're saying, so then they're trying to say the bad Spanish curse word and they just give up on it. But
Just,
yeah,
God.
that's what's going on. But we're here in the machine room. I am Nostradamus. This is Hammer of Venus. Notice that every time I do this, because if you're not watching, I point to her, and I always gotta
Check.
my mind's gotta go to okay, she's on this
Stay
side
safe.
because that's not. I gotta go the opposite of what I see on the
And
screen.
and what's yours? It's
Yes,
your left, but it stayed right.
that's right.
Exactly.
Ah, and we're here. Oh, that's right. And there's also a chat room. Phantom Knight's already in here, and he's chilling. And he's asking how everyone tonight, and we are good. It's Hump Day. My week is short because I took a day off, so I can go to a little small popcorn. It was very dead, but
Nice.
it was nice. I mean, any day away from work is fucking fantastic, right?
It is. I called out of work today just for that reason.
There you go.
So it was awesome.
There you go. I hope no one from work is watching this, but they damn well know that I really wasn't sick, so whatever. Um,
I'm
uh,
I'm at that age now. I don't even make up excuses. I just call or text. I'm just like, just to let you know, I'm not going to be there. So deal with it.
pretty much, pretty much how it is. Yeah, I mean, my thing wasn't like very detailed because I was just like, "Hey, not feeling well. See you tomorrow." Pretty much. That's
That's it.
that's
That's
all
all
it
you need.
was. So,
I mean, you don't have to have an excuse. You're just letting them know you're not going to be there.
yeah,
You might want to call somebody. I don't
right.
care.
No, a company should always be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I always feel, and this is my opinion, I
Here we
always
go.
feel that a company should have more on staff than they need,
For sure.
just in case. You know what I'm saying?
And then you run into what I love, which is voluntary time off. And that's basically when they come in the room and go, we got too many people. Somebody's got to go home. And I'm always the first one, like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. See, it all works out, man. It all works out. They just gotta think smart. Just gotta think smart, yo. But I forgot what I was gonna go with that.
Spanish Terminator.
Yes, we're gonna get there. Ooh, that was a perfect segue too. I missed that segue. I was gonna keep going on into this whole.
That's
Oh,
what
but
I
I was
thought
gonna.
you were getting to.
Oh, wait, no. That Terminator doesn't lead to that. But at the convention, I did like have a major come up where I found a table that was next to us, and he was selling all these Blu-rays, and there were like new. There was like some new releases. He had like Joker on there and shit like that. But I saw the first thing I saw was the trilogy pack of Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
Nice.
What this trilogy is called, I don't know. Is it called like the Unbreakable trilogy or something, or
I think
I don't even know what he would really call it. Anybody know?
I think you had it right the first time. It's just
Yeah,
the Unbreakable trilogy.
Unbreakable trilogy, I guess.
Yeah.
So quickly, I wanted that. I haven't seen Glass, and I didn't get it because I wanted that trilogy pack. I was like, hey, how much is that? He was like, oh, $10. But he did it like kind of like he was just sitting down and it was like, yeah, $10. Yeah, that's $10 right there. Like he didn't really get in the conversation. He was just like, yeah, man, $10. Like take it or leave it, kind of attitude. I
Deal
felt,
with it.
I felt like, so I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, we also have Joker. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. I already got that. And he was like, we also have Zombieland. I was like, the second one? He's like, yeah. I was like, that just came out this week. All right, let me get that one and this one.
What was the other one? Oh wait, I know.
Oh no, he was really trying to sell me the Adams Family one, the new one that came out. And I'm like, that's cool. Let me get that. Let me get that Zombieland right there. I wasn't really like. It's probably a good movie and all that. My Adams Family is fucking with
Richie.
what's his name, man? I feel so bad that I don't remember his name right now.
Him.
The dude who played M Bison. Ay carajo. The guy, the actor, he was great.
I'm like trying the biggest blank right now because I know exactly who you're talking about.
I can't believe I forgot his name. This is killing, and he's like a freaking Puerto Rican legend, man. How do I forget? Gomez Adams was played by Raul Julia. Look, I didn't even see his name yet. I just looked up Gomez Adams, and then Raul Julia, like,
That's
popped in
that's
my head.
fine.
Anyways, yes, Raul Julia, Phantom Knight. Thank you, but that's my Adam Family is the movies with
Yeah,
Raul Julia, and stuff like that. I'm
mine too.
sure this CGI one is great. I'll watch it when I catch it, like on freaking Netflix or something. But I'll leave it for then. I wanted to
I have a,
own.
I have a connection to the original series.
Yes,
The
exactly.
the woman that played the Morticia Adams in the original series
It's your
went to
mother.
the same high school as me.
Oh shit! Word.
Yeah, we went to the same high school. Even though I went 1 year, she she used
Still
to live
counts.
there. Still
It's
counts.
still counts. Still
I
counts.
still got a ID card and all that
Mhm.
shit.
So yeah, those are. I mean, the show, the
What's
movies.
that thing?
This one, I'll see it when I see it. But I really wanted these movies. And then going into the Spanish thing, which the segue would have been perfect earlier, but I also acquired this week, not at this convention, which would have been dope, but the
El
newest
Terminator.
the newest Terminator movie, Dark Fate, and I already heard from a lot of people, especially like Danny. How you doing, Danny? Duad, what's up? He's in the room. He came into the machine room. He got a key. He got his own room. You
He
know,
does.
he's a mainstay. That the Terminator movie was good, and I like I knew it. I sensed it. I never went to go see it, and I feel bad about that because it didn't do so well in theaters. But when I saw it, I mean, I said like in the first 10 minutes, I was like, "Whoa, this movie is dope."
Yeah, like it just kind of starts and then just like runs your ass over like a train. You're like, oh, I guess we're just gonna get right to it.
Yeah,
And
like
there's only a couple times where they really like it. There's not action and there's dialogue, and you're like, oh, okay. And then just more shit happens. You're like, oh my.
it was a constant chase movie, just like it reminded you of freaking Terminator 2, and it's such a good sequel to Terminator 2, like
It reminded me a lot of the original because
mhm.
you have the Kyle Reese character back. It's not for John Connor, it was for the girl, just like the original Terminator was to get Sarah Connor. So it reminded me of a lot of the first one.
Mhm. And you got that, like I said, um there's that Latino mix, which is just big, just Latinos in your face. Main hero is Mexican American.
And she's
The
just Mexican.
Yes, the main villain is played by Gabriel Luna, who I fucking love to death because he was the Ghost Rider on Agents of Shield, and he killed that shit. So it was great seeing him in the movie.
He's
Um,
great. I loved his voice. I loved to just hear him talk.
Yeah, man, that guy is awesome, and I hope he just keeps rising, you know, because he got it. He got it made. That female, like, augmented chick, Grace,
Oh, that's wifey right there.
right? And she's so damn tall.
Mm.
I was like, damn, she tall as fuck.
I don't think she's taller than me. I think she's close.
She's you that tall?
I'm almost 6 foot.
Yeah, you augmented too?
I wish. I wouldn't have so many health problems. I'm gonna augment my brain.
Right? If we were in that kind of future and you could augment something, would you?
Yeah.
What?
Mackenzie Davis. Yeah, that's her name.
There you go, Mackenzie Davis. Her fine ass.
Um, I would want something simple like strong legs where I could just do cardio like crazy.
So you could run and jump like the Hulk.
Exactly. Like fucking Hulk jump like a flea on a dog's ass. Just
Wouldn't that be not well, you can't play any kind of sports and shit.
I don't give a fuck.
You're
'Cause
like,
I
going for
want
a
it
dunk? Of course.
when the world comes to an end, I would just want to be able to run like a motherfucker, like haha, chase me.
I guess if I were to augment something, I don't know, the idea of having a cool ass arm would be dope.
To do what? Be like Stallone and arm wrestle everybody and flip your hat backwards?
I mean, no. I don't know. I just want a cool arm. Maybe have a knife come out of it. Maybe transform to a gun. I don't know. Something lethal that makes no sense for me.
Some Inspector Gadget shit. It's like
Yes, there you go.
what comes out.
That's what you know. What that's it. That's my answer. If I want to be augmented, I want to be like Inspector Gadget, and I want everything to be a call. Go gadget phone, and then blam the phone right there. What's up?
Just have two cool ass arms. Yes.
Just two cool as arms like Jax in Mortal Kombat. You know.
We are talking about the new Terminator Dark Fate. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want it spoiled, then please pause and come back because this is
Yes.
going to be spoiler heavy.
Yes. I mean, I mean, I don't know how much time we're gonna spend on it, but we are gonna talk about it and talk about how it's like you said to me, such girl power.
So total girl power.
Such girl power, but not the point that is like, oh my god, I get it, but it's like, you know, because how can you can't hate on Linda Hamilton out there fucking shit up, being a badass, and
No, but I did think it was funny that all the men that weren't Terminators die in that movie. All of them. Every fucking one of them. And even the Terminators die, so never mind. All the men die in that movie.
it's true. That's fucked up.
It is fucked
I
up.
didn't think about this. You know what? I hate this movie. It's sexist against males. No, just kidding.
There you go. That's probably why people didn't go see it in the theater. They probably thought it was going to be all girl power.
I mean, we're at the age where everything is just offending people. So why can I not be offended? It's fuck this movie. It's too much girl power.
You can't even say lyrics to a song without people getting butt hurt.
You can't even say, oh my god, man. I just don't get like. Okay, look. Here's the thing, right? In here, like, okay, we're talking about Gina Rodriguez, okay, and this is what I heard. I don't know all the facts, but this is what I know. Lately, she's getting attacked because she posted a video of her getting her hair done and makeup, and she's quoting the Fugees.
Singing along.
She's singing along, and she said, and I'm going to repeat it, remind you, I am Puerto Rican, I'm from Chicago, and this is how it is over here.
What
She
does all that
said,
matter?
She said, "Niggas give me the heebie-jeebies." Right? She's just quoting the track. I don't even know which track it is, but it's from the Fugees. Look, I'm Puerto Rican, born and raised here in Chicago. She's also Puerto Rican, born and raised in Chicago. If you follow My Way Entertainment, which is the crew I led and still do, and
Well, we see it all the time.
exactly, it's a group of a bunch of freaking Puerto Ricans, just to say, a bunch of Latinos and one African American, okay? All we say to each other, we're friends. That's how we grew up in the hood. She grew up in Chicago. Guess what? Everybody here, like at work, dude, at work is predominantly Latinos and blacks. What do we all say to each other? The N word. There's a guy right now who says, who gives us, um, the black card kind of shit, you know? And he was like, you're 100% nigga, and you're 100% nigga. And then if we say something fucked up, it's like, you just lost a percentage of the. And this is a black dude, you know, that like I think he's in the gang too because he keeps like talking about that. But that's besides the point. Thing is, that's how it is here in Chicago. Now, I think the backlash to her is because she said some other things before that people said like, oh, you know, you went too far. But I don't think it's like that. I don't know.
I just keep thinking of Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element when he's talking about the ship, and he just goes, "But who cares?"
Exactly. That's how it should end it, man. It's just look. The main point is that people reaching too far and getting offended by too much stuff. Like, if it was like a white person or something, you know, it's just that's the line that it crosses. But then I don't know, man. It's like people are just getting mad too easily. Like, we gotta get mad on real shit, you know, real shit to get mad about. Like even in the wrestling thing, where this Royal Rumble that happened, they had this old character come out where back in the day he dressed up like it was a long going joke that he was a female who was the cousin of the character. He dressed up as a female so he could get into something because he was getting no breaks of where he was going. And it was a long going joke. It was funny that time, blah, blah, blah. So they doing the Women's Royal Rumble and comes in this character, Santina. And everybody's like, why is this happening? This is so disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. The person came in, got in the ring, had a long stare down by the other woman who were like, the fuck you doing here? And quickly took that person's self out. It was a funny little moment, right? Granted, yes, that spot could have been given to someone else in the roster, but it was just a funny little moment. But a lot of people are targeting it like, you know, that was disrespectful to like I get it, I see it, but you also gotta see it as the joke it is and the statement that it was saying like, hey, this is not allowed anymore. This is serious stuff. It even made the woman seem really strong, and that person is completely out of the picture. That's how I see it. I'm not easily offended. Guys are stupid when they say, well, they had women in the men Royal Rumble. It's like, okay, first of all, back then it wasn't like a men's Royal Rumble. It was just a Royal Rumble. And those women were
Right.
added because they deserve to be in there because they're tough, you know, and they're proving that, hey, we could do this too. Go forth to today when they have their own Royal Rumble. Granted, though it would be more epic if it was united and it was both
Right.
male and female,
That'd
but
be epic.
that's a different story. Anyways, people are easily offended. That's why I'm so afraid, like lately, because last week I announced that I'm doing that whole subtitled freaking Juggernaut bitch video, right? And as I'm doing it, and as I'm putting everything in there that is said, I'm not censoring nothing, you know? Whatever we say, motherfucker, bitch, ass, rape, nigga, all that. I'm putting it there for you to
Good.
see it, for you to read it, because I'm not going to censor my own video. I did censor the newest dub of Dragon Ball Super Broly because the joke is that, and this is just apparent in Dragon Ball, Frieza is super racist. Okay, he's super racist to the Saiyans, and he calls them monkeys, basically like people being racist to black people and calling them monkeys and shit like that. So he's super racist. And at one point, he says the N word with a hard R. You know what I'm saying? But do I have you hear it? No. I put Nikki. You know, like I literally
Beeped it.
censored that because I literally feel like it's wrong to say it. So even though I
Yeah.
had LP say it, I censored it because you're not supposed to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's offensive. That's where it draws the line. You could say nigga, but you can't call someone
That
the hard
hard
R.
R. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
You know? So even in a joking matter, I sensed it because I felt like that's the right thing to do. That's that's how it should be. So
Yeah,
but
16-bit kaiju says it too. It's A and ER are different. They're two different words. They mean different things.
exactly.
What Gina Rodriguez said was nigga with an A. She didn't say because she'd get jumped. I don't know. But
Yeah, we're not talking
people are,
about like fucking dude from Seinfeld going like
oh man,
you know
Michael Richards, that was fucked up what he did.
exactly. This that
Said it
that's
over and over, and he still got a TV show.
did he get a TV show?
He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I was like, that's brave to have him on after what he did. And then they made fun of it, which was really funny.
Well, he didn't get a TV show. He just ended up being on a TV
He
show
was on
because
it, though.
it
Yeah.
probably was like, hey man, don't worry, we'll help you out. We'll put you on here, whatever. But yeah, don't. There's that's that's totally different. That's a perfect reason to fucking be mad at someone. Anything that fucking Trump says and does is a perfect reason to be fucking mad at someone. But there's just some things that people should not just go off. And I'm afraid that when I drop this video, that people are gonna look at it and they're gonna start like I don't know, like kicking our balls for it because this is something that came out like over 10 years ago and it was cool then. But people are digging, reaching in far from people's past, and I don't want
Oh, yeah. They did that thing too. What's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy?
yeah,
Something he posted over a decade ago. I'm like, dude, people change. People grow up. They learn. That's not who he is now. And you're
exactly.
making him pay for something he did. Or what's her name? What's her name? Something Dean used to have the cooking shows and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mad at her for something she did for a quarter of a century ago. 25 years. Like, you're still mad about that? Like, you've got problems.
And then Danny mentions that part where the news lady messed up and said uh the Los Angeles Lakers because she messed up and confused the Knicks and Lakers and whatnot, and then she's getting attacked like she secretly had it built inside and just waited for that one moment to say it. Like, people fuck up.
You're way too fucking butthurt and offended by stupid shit. Like, what happened to people's sense of humor? Remember when shit was funny? When you could say shit and it was funny, and now,
It's
like, you say the exact same joke and it doesn't go over?
it's scary for like I couldn't imagine how it is for like comedians.
I
You
I
know,
heard this quote or read this quote from Todd Phillips, and he said the reason why he quit doing comedies is because that reason right there. It's because people are so overly offended nowadays that these jokes that are hilarious don't land with people like that, and then they like try to ban movies and get people fired and ruin their lives for something they said in humor.
mm-hmm. Yep. And we had a little taste of that back then too because we were like freaking joking about rape. You know? There were like people who didn't like us for that, and we didn't like. My defense was this: look, we weren't joking about rape. We don't condone it. That's always something that we always say we don't condone that shit. What we were doing was, what the fucking word I'm looking for, man? What we were doing was, um, damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? This is bad. Representing? No, we were just fuck. I can't find the word. I'm trying to find another way of saying it. We were
Commentating.
just stating what we were seeing. There you go.
Right.
That we were, sta-
Observing.
yeah, we were stating what we were seeing in the cartoon. Everybody was wearing like freaking tight, freaking costumes. The homegirl looked very sexual. The men looked very sexual. There was a whole bunch of guys around a woman. They're tossing her around. They got her bondage and stuff like that. We were just joking about what we were seeing, and people got that. We got interviewed
Right.
by these two college girls, and I even asked them, "How can you like it when we're making fun of this and rape and calling women bitches?" And they got it. They were like, "No, we get it. It was a representation of what we were seeing right there. Like what you're seeing, you were making fun of." But would that fly
Exactly.
today?
Probably not.
No,
Probably absolutely not.
no.
Like if that video didn't come out in 2006 and you were to put it out like right now, first of all, I don't think people would watch it nowadays.
No.
And second of all, the people that did would flip the fuck out.
Flip the fuck out. You know what else would be fucked up? The Power Ranger shit wouldn't slide today. I mean, it slides today because it's back then, but today they'll be like, "Oh, why are you making fun of black people like this? And why is the Asian like this?" And it's like, it's just it's too much, man. And I'm getting look. This happened to me, and it's like by my own peoples and kind of shit. It's like I tweeted about Kobe. Okay, um, Kobe Bryant's loss is like hitting everybody really hard, and I wasn't a big Kobe fan. Sorry, I wasn't a big Kobe fan. I liked Kobe. But I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. And any other person like Kobe was a legend, yes, blah blah blah. But I wasn't like a huge Kobe fan. I like Kobe. I like Shaq. I like every other basketball legend. To me, Michael Jordan is like the all-time tier. So
Yeah.
when Kobe came around, people were calling him the next Jordan. I was like, how dare you? There is no other Jordan. There's only one Jordan. But my brother was a big Jordan fan. He even said like, yeah, this guy is the next Jordan. So I like Kobe. I wasn't crazy about him, but I liked him. So his death was a huge shock. The fact that he died with his daughter is fucking tragic as shit. So the more I think about it, and the more I think about how their final moments were, it's just very sad and tragic. The fact that there was another family in there and they all died is tragic. So this is a big tragic thing. This is a huge loss, and he was more legendary than just the basketball. He freaking got an Oscar for a short that I wish I can see. He spoke perfect Spanish, better Spanish than me.
Oh wow.
Like you see the video, like he sounds like he's straight up Latino. He was, he totally, you could see the love between him and his daughter, and he really loved her and all of them and stuff like that. It's just very sad, and it's one of our, American tragedies. And people came to me about the Ghostbuster parody we did, right? Because we had Sasquatch be Shaq, and he kept saying Kobe, Kobe, goddamn Kobe, because of the jokes back then about Shaq and Kobe. And I tweeted about it. I said what they sent to me, and then I said I didn't say Kobe's name, but I said that this is for what exactly I said. He was a legend. He was blah blah blah, and he was all this stuff, and it's a great loss. And I just hope that he saw our video one day, because I hope that he saw that, and he saw that it made him smile or whatever. I just hope they reached him, and may he rest in peace. But then I suddenly get attacked by my own friend that the thing wasn't a good memoriam and that it was all about the video and blah blah. And I'm just like, what? You know, like I just offended someone I know, and they thought I was
I read
being
that.
they
She was saying also that you sang a memoriam about somebody and you didn't ever say their name.
exactly, and it's just like it was fucking crazy because I was just saying like, okay, first of all, this thing is not to the world. This is
Yeah.
to the core people who follow, who know who I'm talking about. You know, I didn't have to say his name. They know what I'm talking about. They know the parody I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. Basically, nothing there I felt was like, hey, sad about this, but why don't you go watch this video? I wasn't even telling anybody to watch the video. I just hoped that it reached him. I wanted him to at least, I just thought about it, like, did he ever see it? Did we ever make him laugh? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Kind of thing. I don't know. It really hurt me that someone I know thought I was being like a dick about it or something. And it really hurt me even more that other friends supported that comment.
Mhm.
So it just added to our conversation throughout the week. Like, people are easily offended. So easily
You
offended.
can find something to, if you want to, you can find something to be offended by almost anything because that's just how people are nowadays. So it's really hard to try to open up or meet new people, especially being, like an open-minded, open thinker and try to relay ideas like that on some people and there's, well, what do you mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk to you.
It's crazy. It just, I don't know. I was in shock, but I just let it go by. Danny said that I could watch Kobe's movie on Vimeo, so that's cool. All right, now that I know that, I'll take the chance because I always wanted to. It was amazing. Like back then when he won the Oscar, I was like, holy shit. Kobe Bryant won an Oscar. Who
For
knew?
what?
It was a short. He did a animated short, I believe it's called,
I
and
didn't know that.
yeah, and it's called Dear Basketball,
Oh, wow.
and he he's like, I think, ever freaking basketball player or maybe even sport player to win an Oscar. And you know what's crazy? That 3-6 Mafia are Oscar winners as well. That
Mhm.
blows my mind to this day. never did you never did you think 3-6 Mafia will be Oscar winners. So going back to what I was talking about, people is he offended?
Indeed.
I don't know, man. I had a conversation with a coworker today. I was like, I just feel like I'm a dick at work, like I'm an evil person at work. And it's
Wow.
just because of those people I work with. And like I told you before, I'm just an observer and I just see things,
Mhm.
and I just see the bullshit, whatever, and then people just make me go crazy and I'm a dick there. And it's like, well, how are you out of work? And I'm like, I think I'm super nice. I think I hella nice. I came to work. I came home and my gate was slightly open and this other resident came in. I'm checking the mail. He walks right by, right? And then he slams the gate behind him.
Wow.
Okay, he didn't leave it open. I was like, all right. And then I just push it and it's still open. So it's like, it's so, well, it's not really cold, but it's cold enough that the gate won't close, because the metal and cold, it retracts or something like that. So I push it and it opens. So I'm thinking like, all right, either one, this guy knew it doesn't close, so he just like, fuck it, or two, he was a dick and didn't care and just closed it anyways. I'm gonna go
Yes.
with the latter.
I like that one better. What a dick.
And I just thinking about how I would have done it. Like, I always see, like, if someone's coming in, I go and then I just leave it slightly open so they could just walk in. This guy
Right.
didn't care. He just.
Somebody told me a long time ago, don't don't get upset or mad that people do things that you wouldn't, or they don't do things that you would do.
Hmm. But they should.
Regardless, they are not you and you are not them.
That's true. That is true.
And I really had to learn that too because I get upset if people do stupid shit all the time, like especially rude behavior. It bugs the shit out of me. Like I was at Subway the other day and just listening to somebody else order and they're like, "Yeah, I'll take." I'm like, "You're gonna take what? Like what happened to me? I please have." You know that whole rhetoric. I don't
Did he have a
Give
gun?
me probably goober looking Trump supporter looking motherfucker. We ain't taking my goddamn guns.
Or like in Terminator when he had that room full of guns and he was like,
Oh my
I
god.
just wanted to be ready. And then he said, I wanted you to say it.
Oh, and this is Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
I laughed so hard because I had said something when he opened the door. I went, "Oh yeah," because they're in Texas. And then at the end of the scene, he goes, "And we're in Texas." I was like, "See, we're on the same page here, Arnold and I. We should be
don't
best friends."
don't go to Texas. They'll fuck you up.
Nothing but steers and queers in Texas, boy. You ain't got no horns on you.
Oh
Anyways,
man.
no, but I loved the movie.
Yes.
Uh, it was great. Besides the whole weird girl power thing. Um, Again, this is spoilerific, but it was weird because every movie besides this one has been all about John Connor. And in this one, like the first 5 minutes, they kill him off. It like starts like right after Terminator 2. Like it could be the next day, pretty much. So it's basically like Terminator 2, yeah, none of that mattered.
But that was the big like shocker, I see
Yeah,
that. And first of all, let's talk about that scene because that scene was amazing. Okay.
it
Now
looked amazing.
it was so, and then I saw the special features and amazing how they pull it off. First of all, those are all body doubles, of course.
Yeah.
I thought they used I thought they used Linda Hamilton herself, but it wasn't. That
No,
was like a
she's
body double.
incredibly old and
Yeah,
never destroys her face a day in her life.
but like none of that looked CG. Like,
No, it looked like honestly, the first thing in my head was this a deleted scene
mm-hmm,
from Terminator 2? Because that's what it looked like.
mm-hmm.
It looked just like Terminator 2.
It
They
was
have the same haircuts. Like I said, it could have taken place the day after Terminator 2. That's what it looked like.
that makes you wonder. Like, you can go ahead and make a sequel to a movie from back then and just keep them looking the same age.
That's what I thought about Solo, the Han Solo movie. Why didn't they just use Harrison Ford and just CGI his face?
That would have probably cost a lot of money too,
It was going to cost a lot of money anyway. If you're going
regardless.
to do something, do it right, you know?
They did it in Tron Legacy. They made
Yeah,
Jeff Bridges look young as fuck, and that was
they did
amazing
it
back
in
then.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
It looked amazing.
And this one was just like, it just killed me. Like, I saw it was Edward Furlong. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah,
they got him. I don't think they really got him. Maybe they got him to do the voice too. I don't think so. I don't know, cause that.
I think they did because I read his name.
So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, he did something. He was there for something.
He was there for something. It was really, it was really good fucking scene. It was really big shock, and most importantly, is just how they like. If anything stood out in that movie, is just the fact that how it was made, how great
Mm-hmm.
it looked, and how realistic it looked, and it was just like fuck. Like even when they do the comparison in the special effects and they show like the body there, and then they put the image or whatever, blah blah blah, in the final product, it's like you're still trying to look like I don't see anything. It
I
just
didn't see
looks like a
shit.
real person right there.
It honestly looked like something they filmed when they were filming Terminator 2 and just, hey, we found this scene we didn't use.
Right?
Except Arnold was like P90Xing. He was huge
Remember
as
that?
fuck.
Do you remember the P90X and everybody trying to get a copy and get on that shit?
Oh my god.
Not me. I don't got time. I don't got time to work out, people. It's just
It's too much work.
it is
And you
like
gotta do it every day?
like
Shit.
I can look like I like being active. Sure, I have this urge of like I did it like was it a year or 2 years ago that I spent a summer being like working out on a daily basis. Not much, just a little bit. Look, here's the thing I like to do when it comes to working out: ride my bike, 100%. Like I could ride for hours. I love
Like
nut.
they're men.
Yes, I love nothing to do but ride my bike all around Chicago. I will ride from here downtown and back. Like I love it extremely. Um, how about it? I work. I'm very active, so I don't want to be active. You know what I'm saying? I want to be home, chilling, cool, watching movies like fucking Terminator and whatnot, playing games, hearing the podcast with y'all,
Yeah.
hanging
Every
out
day.
every day. I mean, if you guys want me to, I could be like on the floor doing fucking some damn sit-ups as I'm doing this podcast. But I
Just
probably
make
got
sure your vag lips don't flop out of your shorts.
you're right. I can't do it right now. Can't do it. Won't do it. But as the movie keeps going, Terminator, it gets here's my question, right? And this is, big spoiler and everything like that. Okay, so they take out the main nigga, John Connor.
John Connor.
So then the future change. Here's the thing though, like okay, I remember. Okay, now I know because they said that not only just that one Terminator was sent, it was multiple Terminators, even though the other
Through the
ones.
years.
But then it's like they changed it, but they still sent more, even though the future was changed and there was no Skynet.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. The only thing I could think of to make that make sense is that all at one time in the future, which is the present for them, they just sent a shitload of Terminators.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
So they were like, we're going to send one in 1992. Here's send another to 97. Send another. And they just did it one after another. So there was like kind of like a fault tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't get him or her then we'll get him then. Then we'll get him. So they were already sent. She just had to catch up to them in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Because they already took down Skynet and the Terminators. That would never happen because of what they did to that office building and the computer chip and the arm and stuff from the first movie. So that's the only thing I can think of to make that make sense. Is they just send a bunch of Terminators at one time to different timelines.
Okay, that's what I figured. So then he's out of the picture. The future changed. It's still fucked up.
It's still what's kind of neat what they were addressing in this movie, like the whole thing about fate. And they're like, fate is only what you make it, kind of a thing. So they're saying two different things. They're saying that the future's not written, you can change it, make it your own way. And then another thing is they were saying that, well, we fought them before, Sarah Connor especially, and it all still happened anyway. It happened a different name, a different way, a different time. but regardless, it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that has to do with fate. So it's kind of interesting. They're like kind of leaning both ways. Like some shit just happens. Some shit is just going to happen regardless. And the future is just what you make of it with the cards you're dealt, basically.
But let's not forget that home and where you make it. You what? Home and where you make it, boy. You like to see homos
Oh my,
naked? Right? That's
me
cool.
too.
Nah, boy. Home and where you make it. Goddamn, boy.
Yes.
Oh man, but let me tell you something. They could send a Terminator back, but they'll never kill John Wick.
Won't quit.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They could do their best, but no
That,
Terminator.
that would be a great game. John Wick versus Terminator.
Do you remember RoboCop versus Terminator?
Yes. That was a great game. It was hard as fuck.
Yes, it was.
It was hard as fuck.
I remember the first stage and that song. It was like
Oh,
Terminator. You just kept hearing Terminator in the background. Oh man, that'll be dope. I'd love to play that again. That should
we
be a
keep
movie.
going off topic. Um, so yeah, so the movie starts, they show a flashback, John Connor getting killed, then he goes to the president, we're in Mexico City, and then you meet basically the new John Connor, which is this Mexican girl named Danny.
I eat it.
She's pretty cute. She's really small though.
That's how Mexican women are.
Very tiny.
Yes.
So basically it's her and her brother. They still live with their dad and they're going to work. They go to work and Terminator just shows the fuck up and it's on. And just as the Terminator shows up, this girl named Grace shows up. And she's human, but she's modified. She's got like electronic parts, robotic parts to make her like a badass where she's strong, she's fast, but she can only do shit for so long. She gets like sick kind of feeling if she overdoes it. So she can
I
only
thought
help for so long.
I thought they were gonna go like in that route from Salvation, where dude was like,
I
"I'm
I
human," but
I
he
love it.
wasn't.
He was so badass, Marcus, and he saved the day. He gave John Connor his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus is a fucking hero, and that movie's awesome.
Salvation is damn dope.
It's a badass movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this movie is if none of the other Terminators between this one and Terminator 2 ever happened because John Connor died like, right away.
Are you
But
happy with that?
it's just different. I like I like different if it's done well, and this was done very well. So it was a cool like to me it's like a what if movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Highlander 2. Highlander 2 was a big what if movie because none of the other movies ever followed that movie. But it was cool to see what could have been, you know?
Mm-hmm. I heard.
But
I think I heard that they want to do Highlander,
that would be cool.
redo Highlander or whatever.
If they do it right, I'm all about it. Um,
I remember that Highlander where they had the TV and the movie one go at it. I think that was the last one, wasn't it?
that was the last one. That was Endgame.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. McClouds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also heard that, like, you know, since John Cameron basically invented Terminator, he was
Yep.
saying that all the other movies are not canon.
Yep.
So it's basically Terminator, Terminator 2, and now Terminator Dark Fate.
Yep. Scratch all the other ones away.
Just like they did with Halloween. Like Halloween 2 through 8. Erase, erase, erase.
The other ones then are the what ifs. That
Yes.
means T3, Salvation, Genesis, what ifs.
All what if movie, especially Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people didn't like that one, but I did. I thought it was great.
Exactly, me too.
I loved it. People shit on that movie. I'm like, that one and Salvation were fucking awesome.
Yes, they were. T3, I could understand. It was like,
Eh.
eh.
That, I like the ending of that one. That's about it.
Wasn't it like it's still fucked? Like they
Yeah,
were
they
in the bunker,
still have,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you could like see the nukes in the air, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how it ended. Like, oh shit. Like Skynet came online. It was like, wow.
Not anymore. Now it's
No,
Legion.
Legion.
Legion. We are
Same shit.
Legion.
Which now, like, I'm sure a bunch of stupid hackers are gonna make viruses called Legion. If they, if there's already not.
Like hackers need to just hook us up.
Yeah, like take down my debt, raise my credit score. You know, help me out. Help me help you.
Exactly. Like, look. If there's any hackers listening, don't fuck us over. Hook us up, man. Hook us
Hook
up.
everybody
Like,
up.
isn't that the whole point? Like, fuck the system. Like,
Yeah,
take
not fuck people.
yeah, take down the businesses, take down our debts, man. Make us all at zero. Make us like even
Put some zeros in
millionaires or
my account.
what the fuck? Like, be
16 cents is now 16 million.
exactly be the fucking Robin Hood of this age. Take from the rich,
Yeah,
give to all the poor, man. Fuck. I wish I was a hacker so I could do these things.
me too.
Come on.
Especially the debt thing.
Yes, man. I don't want to have debt. I don't want to have debt. In fact, matter of fact, just like hook me up, give me a home with bills paid for the rest of my life. I don't have to
Every
worry
day.
about shit.
Just sleeping in and traveling and going on vacations.
Exactly. Danny said, but they couldn't CGI Bill Paxton and the two other guys in Genesis. What do you mean?
I don't know, because Bill Paxton wasn't in any of those movies.
Right? R.I.P. Bill Paxton.
Yes, he was great, especially in Tombstone.
Yes. Yes, he was. I forgot my train of thought.
Bill Paxton.
A hacker with the level of Justin Long and Die Hard. Yes,
Yes, that would be epic. They
exactly.
should all look like him, but they all look more like old Kevin Smith.
Right? Not a lot of people like Live Free or Die Hard. I don't know why.
I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like the one after that, the one in Russia.
Yeah, me either. Me either. I kind of want them to do another one just so it could, at
Right.
least save itself from the last one. If that one shouldn't be the last one, you
You know,
know?
it should. They should have like one where he dies at the end.
Ooh, shit, kill
Like,
off John McClane.
like
You just like the heroes dying, don't
I do. Especially Terminator. Terminator 2 with the thumbs up.
you? Oh, shit. Just kill the heroes in the end.
Kill them
Fuck
all.
it, man. All the heroes gotta die.
My favorite is Die Hard with a Vengeance
That's a fun movie.
because Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson is the shit. You know what? That's what you need to do. Is they need to do another Die Hard to save itself from the last one, and have it fucking really connect to all of those. So, you know, have the daughter involved, have that son that apparently is like a spy or some shit. I don't forget what the fuck he was. but also fucking get Samuel Jackson involved in it again. Like, oh no,
And
this motherfucker, that kind of shit,
and bring the cop back from the first one.
Yes, yes. How can I forget Carl?
Yeah, exactly. Where the fuck has he been? They were like best friends in the first two movie, and then nothing. Come
That's
on.
it. And then he just disappears. No, man, you gotta. Damn it, that's a fucking Die Hard movie right there.
Yep, we figured
That's
it out. Hollywood, give us money.
God damn it, God damn it, and someone that could deal with Bruce Willis's shit,
Yep,
because clearly
that's
he's an asshole to work with.
that's why you need Samuel Jackson and Carl. They'll keep Wesley. Uh, what did I say? Wesley? No, Bill. Who are we talking about?
Who's John McClane?
Bruce Willis. They'll keep Bruce Willis in line.
No,
I'm so
no.
right now.
You just like low key was trying to say have Wesley Snipes as John McClane. You know what? Let's just
Yeah,
change the race in person. Wesley Snipes is John McClane now. This has just become a
because
reboot.
if you see how I see, then skin color doesn't matter. Then Wesley Snipes could be John McClane. So,
Exactly.
mm,
Oh, I love it. I love it.
done.
Wesley Snipes is John McClane. Beautiful. Bruce
I bet he.
Paxton.
I bet he'd do it.
Oh, he did the Mr. Peanut video. Look, last week when you told me about it, I was like, no way, this
Oh,
is bullshit. And I looked it up and I'm like, this actually happened.
you saw the commercial,
I saw that, which I think is just a little teaser for what's going to be at the Super Bowl. But yes.
but they still got Wesley Snipes to be in Planner's peanut commercial.
Yo,
That dude
Mr.
really needs money.
Mr. Peanut went out like a G, man.
Total.
Total like a G. That was
The
great.
only thing that would have made that better is if he would have said, "I got this," and then just
Right? And then put in that music. I don't want to close my eyes. I
that's it. We're
want...
re-editing the commercial for our own means.
Yes, we got to make it way better. So, in conclusion, though, definitely see Terminator Dark Fate. It's a good sequel, especially to Judgment Day. A lot of people said so. So now that it's out on Blu-ray, check it out. It's
Got
good. It's
it.
action packed. Everybody involved is really good. Linda Hamilton comes back and shows why she is one of the, you know, legendary badasses, female heroes in cinema.
The only thing that she's fighting is not moisturizing her fucking nasty ass looking skin. But other than that, she looks great. She
It's,
did great.
it's true, but hey, it fit her because she's a mother who went through some shit, and now she's just like fuck it, you know?
I could see that. But she
Yeah,
looks like she probably smokes 5 packs a day.
yeah.
And sounds like it too. I'm Sarah Connor.
The last time I got to see Linda Hamilton was in Chuck. She ended up being like the mother of Chuck.
Oh wow.
So she was on that show for a while, and she was a badass there, but not like a badass like
Sarah
like
Connor.
she was in Terminator Dark Fate.
I love how
Um,
she shows up. She first shows up, so they're running, trying to get away. They're on this bridge. Shit's going south. They're like, what if they just kill everybody off right here? And Sarah Connor just shows up with the fucking AA-12 semi-automatic shotgun. It's just dropping rounds in this thing, and then fucking grenade launcher to his ass, and then he flies off the bridge, and then she throws a fucking grenade on him and goes, "I'll be back."
you know what's hilarious is that while she's always fucking up that Terminator, the R9 or RX, whatever the fuck it's called, that thing is always just charging at Danny. So,
Yeah,
and not this Danny, not Danny Duardi,
not that
but
Danny.
But watch out, Danny, because they might be coming for you. But that motherfucker was just always so she's just like fucking it up, and then blowing them up. But they're like not even coming at her. They're just like trying to get
Mm.
this one chick. Danny does point out that Linda does have a twin. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She does have a
I
twin.
wonder if they're identical now because Linda Hamilton looks like crap.
Mm, poor Linda.
I hope her twin moisturize. Um,
So in the
it's
end,
really
Hammer Venus thinks Linda Hamilton looks like crap,
yes,
and
fine.
don't y'all grow old like Linda.
Moisturize, people.
Moist,
Simple. Wash your face, dry it, moisturize.
just take care of yourselves, man, cause the sun will fuck you up.
It'll fucking murder your skin. Your
Murder
skin is
your
the biggest
ass.
organ on your body. Don't
So
fucking ruin it.
we're gonna go forward in the movie to where Arnold shows up, and he clearly the fucking. I mean, they use real skin, so clearly they age.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Um.
they I think it was in the director's cut of Terminator 2 that they talked about that.
Mhm.
It's real skin, so it would age and it would take damage and it would have scars and things like that.
Yeah. So that Terminator has been low key helping Sarah Connor track down other Terminators,
For like 20
and
years.
yeah, and he
Longer than that.
for reasons. So when they finally meet up with him, she sees that Terminator, the same one that unfortunately killed John Connor, and she is like really has a lot of resentment. But the thing is that Terminator, after that mission, he had no other missions because the future changed and he had nothing else or no like assignments, whatever. So he just roamed around, met a family, became part of the family, grew up,
Had a business.
had a business, like grew conscious and just started getting human emotions and whatnot and conscious, which is not something that's so far fetched from Terminator 2 because the young kid was teaching that T1000, you know,
Right.
human emotions and conscience and shit like that. So it makes sense.
Yeah. And the fact that he learned them on his own
Mm-hmm.
was really cool because if you know about AI and stuff like that, it's constantly learning and wanting to understand things. So, in trying to understand humans, he became more like a human, but he's still a Terminator.
And he gets his redemption towards the end. So
Yes.
that was a good, nice closure. It's just it worked out, man. Like the movie, like literally worked out. Like not only did I don't know who decided. I think I watched the thing and it was like maybe I think it was Tim Miller and them that wanted to do it, but they decided to do it. But not only that, fucking thing and just go with it. Well, granted, hold on because I just thought about Fast and the Furious and that was made by one dude, and then after the first one, he didn't really like get involved in the other ones, and they just kept going with it. That's more like Vin Diesel's baby now, and I'm happy with it. But Terminator clearly went like a whole lot of routes that needed James Cameron behind it because he's the man who created it. So, yeah, there you go. That's my main
Indeed.
point. That's my main point, dog. You don't go and make a El Mariachi without fucking Robert Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying?
But people do that. Like, Hollywood, the studio, usually they're like, okay, the first one did well. We want to do a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And then the writer or creator, whoever that is, either writer, director, producer, maybe all of the above, they will say, okay, yeah. Or they'll be like, I don't think we're ready. And some studios and places will respect their wishes. That's their creation. But most of them don't. They'll go, fuck you, we're going to make it anyway.
You
And
know,
it's that happens.
this probably should have It probably should have been taken to This probably should have gone with George Lucas as well, and he should have made the sequels. Maybe a little bit, you know, or at least been really a part. Like I hear he's a part of it, but they just took the reins.
Yeah, they totally took off.
So maybe if he was like a little bit more involved in it, it would have went somewhere
Maybe.
else.
Yeah, I hope. That would have been cool. But it's like, if you ever seen any interviews with him, like recently, he just has kind of like this bad taste in his mouth about Star Wars, even though it's made him like a billionaire. I think he just got sick of all the questions and people asking, when are you going to do another one? I think he just got burnt out and was just like, take it.
Oh
Just
no,
go.
he didn't get no. I don't. I think he was more like he was like, man, these people are just fucking assholes, you know? Because he got really attacked for redoing his movies,
Yeah, that pissed a lot of people off.
and then he got really attacked for the prequels. But then tell me why now people are fucking loving the prequels. Hmm?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I saw fucking tweet today saying like Revenge of the Sith is a masterpiece. It was like, oh, so now we fucking love the prequels? Like back then, people were like, "Oh, Revenge of the Sith is the best one out of the three," you know, because it's blah blah. But now it's like a fucking masterpiece. And then people going back talking about like the other prequels and the politics and how deep it was and blah blah and this and that. Still pointing out like, okay, maybe the acting could have been helped, but still pointing out like prequels over sequels. I'm like, you guys are fucking assholes. You guys are dicks. Back then, you were like, "Oh yeah, we like it, but whatever." And now you're like, "Wow, these were great. These suck." Get the fuck out of here, man.
You see one tweet and you're like, that's everybody.
No, but that is. I've seen others. I've seen others like talk about it, dude. It's just stupid shit, man. Especially when a movie comes out and people are like, oh, whatever, and then later they're like, oh, this was actually pretty damn, it was fucking good. It's like, well, then you jumped
Yeah.
on too late. You jumped on way too late.
I think people do that with movies that are getting shit on. They get shit on once and then people just jump on this bandwagon. They're like, yeah, fuck that movie. I'm like, you're not like making your own opinion.
Dude, you reminded me that today at work, I found out the news. I'm a big One Piece fan. I love the fucking anime like to death. That's why I got this tattoo that kind of like it's like a One Piece kind of inspired, but it's also like Puerto Rican um, Taino inspired as well, which is what the Native Americans of Puerto Rico were. Um, so news went out about One Piece is getting a live action series on Netflix. I'm like, all right, that's great, because to me Netflix does fantastic, So I'm all for it. They're making a Cowboy Bebop live action as well. And I mentioned it. I told LP, I was like, yo, man, they're making a One Piece fucking live action, blah, blah, blah. To Netflix, this other guy comes in. The same guy who sold me the freaking PS4 Slim with the theme and all that shit for like $100. Comes in, is like, oh, man, it's going to suck. And I'm like, no, it's not. They done good. Like, no. It's like, come on, tell me one fucking live action anime that they messed up. And he's like, all right. He starts saying like Death Note. I was like, okay, granted, Death Note was kind of like bland because it was an American adaptation. They changed the character, they changed some things, blah blah. I get it. All right. He said like Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, look, hold on. That was actually good until the end. I don't know what the fuck happened at the end, but the fucking movie was to me was a good little thing. He was like Bleach, and I was like, no, hold on. Bleach was like the fucking first arc to the T. In my opinion, that shit did not suck. Don't even go there. He's like, well, I never really saw it. Then I got even more mad. Like, how you gonna fucking judge something you didn't even fucking see? Then he had me break it down for him. Like, oh man, don't fucking say something sucks if you haven't seen it. And that kind of comes to your point. Like, people just say it sucks because they are supposed to say it sucks. Like, that's the cool thing to say.
Like people do that with DC movies. They're just like, oh, You're just supposed to see that. I'm like, did you even see it? I'm like, no, because I heard it sucks so bad. I'm like, you didn't even make up your own mind about something.
Sheep.
Yeah, total sheep. And they're usually fucking hipster ass people that do that shit.
Sheep than a motherfucker. Look, if you are part of the machine room and you're listening, and if you're here watching, watch shit your damn self. Have your own damn opinion. Don't be so close minded. Think outside the box some. Accept something for what it is. You don't have to like everything, but you don't
No,
have to hate everything. You know what I'm saying?
that is the truest shit ever. You
You don't.
don't have to fucking hate. Like, hating something does not make you cool.
No,
It makes you a hater.
at all. And you're gonna be like the Chappelle show. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you, and I don't even fucking know you.
I will say something about your hoes, but it appears that you have eaten them. Oh my god.
Watch something yourself, man. Experience something yourself. Have your own damn opinion and just live life well, man. Everything does not suck. Shit. Whatever, man. We just want you to enjoy life a little bit more and don't be out there like a complete hater. That's it.
Instead of bashing things that you hate all the time, advocate things that you love. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we do here. We want this to be an environment of love and respect
Mm-hmm.
and all those kind of things. And that's why we talk about things that we love,
Mm-hmm. Like John Wick.
like John Wick.
That's right.
Every day.
So that's your homework, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that. Watch stuff you like. Um,
And eat pussy.
and eat a lot of pussy. Oh, damn. And on that note, I'm Nostradamus. She's Hammer Venus. And this is the Machine Room Podcast. Thank you for joining us this week. If you want to watch this, you're free to watch it later at our YouTube channel. That's YouTube. Well, no, we don't got no. Just look us up. Is it Machine Room Podcast or Real Machine Room?
It's Machine Room Podcast.
Machine Room
You
Podcast.
can find links to everything that we do on our website,
Mm-hmm.
machineroompodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
Links to everything, including the YouTube channel and the audio versions of this podcast that are on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts.
That's right. So take your pussy eating ass over to the website. Enjoy this, and we're happy to see you, and we'll hope to see you next Wednesday night at 11 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/Machine Room Podcast. I was almost going to say twitch.tv.com, but that's not a thing.
No.
Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Konnichiwa.